Good morning. Ah, Outside everything is wet, it's dirty, it was raining half of the night. It cooled down, thanks God for that. And I had got a short moment. I was thinking about to stay today also here because tonight it will rain again. But then I will have got tomorrow morning the same problem. So I just decided to leave here and to hope that I can find a good place to turn up the tent again so that it can become dry. I found out my sleeping bag when I bought, it's filled with feathers, and when I bought it, the seller told me that if I use it that often as I told him, then it will be gone in 4 or 5 years, and he's absolutely right with that. The problem is that the last years, when it was outside wet, even when I was sleeping in the meadows without a tent, and then in the morning I woke up and the entire meadow was wet, including my sleeping bag from outside. It was outside wet, but inside completely dry. And this ability is gone. I really have got a feeling it's soaking the humidity, and and it's constantly wet in the morning, and then I have to pack it in wet if the sun is not shining and I cannot dry it. It starts to smell a little bit, and it's just really uncomfortable. And of course, if you pack it in every day wet, then this will be completely dead. So sooner or later I have to buy a new one, and then I will try micro fabrics, and then I don't need one which goes to -30. This was with this one, you could go until -30 at the beginning, but even that is not possible anymore. And but well, I need one to 0 or -10, something like that. I will see, but therefore I need to go in a shop, and maybe in Ljubljana they have one, and then I must see, because this you cannot get for €2.50. I didn't want to meet the police, but now they are standing at the other side of the border in that car over there, and well, they observe me. Let's see what's happened. So the police was not interested in me. I think they thought for a refugee he might be too flashy, and they're right with that. So, in Germany I have been quite often in television and in the newspaper, but it happens really seldom that somebody on the street stopped me and said, "Oh, I have seen you in television," or "I read about you in the newspaper." Here it happened almost every day once, and which is really nice. So I hope they do not remember only my face, also why I'm hiking and what I want to change in this country. So we will see. I just hiked 10 kilometers and now the bad weather front is coming, which they forecasted it. So probably I should look for a place to stay. And since many kilometers the border is secured by a fence like this. Tja, welcome in Europe. I left the main road and taking now a smaller road and crossing here those hills. I can hear thunder. Oi, oi, oi. After the forest is before the forest. But today it's really spectacular, not because of this thing, because of this. Isn't it amazing? Today I'm cooking pumpkin soup, and because I'm really hungry, they put 10% more in the package. Perfect. So it's cooking with few. Heute gibt es ein feines Kürbissüppchen, und weil ich extra viel Hunger habe, war in der Packung auch ganze 10% mehr. Kochen mit Blick. I really have to tell that because I'm really happy about it. Here many people don't speak German, don't speak English, don't speak anything else, and I'm so glad that the Google Translator is obviously working really well. I even don't need to write it. I just speak. I speak what I want to say. It's translating, and obviously it's working really quite well. People understand me, I understand them. But even the German translation is pretty good most of the time. And last week in Maribor, for example, I met some Romas, and they couldn't write, not read, and not English, not German, but just Romanian, and it was really working well. They understood what I'm doing. I understood them very well. The translation was good, and I'm really happy that I have got something like that. It's so helpful while traveling, and if I imagine that I was born in a time where we hadn't got phone, we had got only black and white television with 3 programs, and people who are talking with little black things. They were just at the Enterprise and Orion and in other science fiction movies. So glad about that.